The snow is starting to fall outside across the cities of the league, but the action is heating up around the USHL. We had another great week of hockey last week, and it's time to break it all down. I'm Chris Treft, and this is The U Show. The leader of the East versus the top guns in the West came on Friday night as the Blackhawks traveled to Dubuque for a battle with the Fighting Saints. The first period went without a goal, and early in the second, after a big hit in their D-zone, Dylan Jackson got a pass and headed back the other way and scored on a breakaway to get the Saints on the board first.
On the backhand, he scores!
Ryan Derkulik responded for the Hawks with his backhand shot that took a crazy bounce off a Saint and trickled into the net. Dylan Jackson returned to the score sheet again, smacking the puck across the line in a net mouth scramble after a nice passing play with his twin brother Ty and Matt Copperud. Early in the third, Xander Lampa took advantage of a fortuitous bounce and chipped the puck over the shoulder of the Saints netminder Eric Portillo on a short breakaway. The game remained tied until the final 2 minutes when the Blackhawks were awarded a penalty shot.
The attempts the penalty shot. The University of Denver recruit, a left-handed shooter, comes in from right to left across the slot. A backhander, he scores! A penalty shot conversion for Wyatt Shingothi!
With just a minute and 18 seconds remaining in regulation, Wyatt Shingothi scored with a nice move on the penalty shot. The goal would hold up as the game winner and gave the Hawks the top spot overall in the USHL after the game and handed the Dubuque Fighting Saints their first regulation loss of the season. The defending champs went into this road game in Lincoln looking to get back on track, while the home Stars were in need of a win after losing the last couple. Sioux Falls drew first blood in a nice Brian Carabas tally. Ryan Sullivan doubled the Stampede lead with a long shot later on in the first. A little over 2 minutes later, Christian Sarlo cut the lead in half. No goals occurred in the middle frame, and then the Stars tied the game on a quick rush into the zone early in the third. Tyler Coffey regained the Stampede lead with under 8 minutes remaining to give Sioux Falls the late advantage. The Stars found themselves short-handed in the last minute of regulation and were forced to pull the goalie just to make it 5-on-5. Matt Miller collected a cross-crease pass and buried the game-tying goal with just 25 seconds to go, sending the game into overtime. Anthony Fulmer sniped a shot on a 2-on-1 rush and won the game for the home side. Lincoln ended their short 2-game skid and got back to their winning ways in the season's early going. After some big upsets this past weekend, the standings saw a bit of a shakeup. Let's have a look at the up-to-date standings in the USHL. Waterloo remains on top in the West, but they have Lincoln, Des Moines, and Tri-City hot on their tails. After 2 heartbreaking losses for Dubuque, the Steel have taken over the lead in the East, winning 3 straight. Muskegon, Cedar Rapids, Youngstown, Green Bay, and Team USA are coming off wins and/or riding point streaks, leading to a crazy logjam in the standings. Now it's time to preview a couple compelling games for the upcoming weekend. On Friday night, the Lincoln Stars face off with the Rough Riders in Cedar Rapids. Cedar Rapids is riding a 2-game win streak with a couple of impressive wins last weekend, and the Stars are just 1 point back of the Blackhawks for the top spot in the West. 2 offensive powerhouses meet in Muskegon on Saturday evening. Muskegon has 8 wins in their last 10 games, while the Buccaneers have points in 7 of their last 10. The 2 teams are tied for second in the league in terms of goals for on the season, so don't expect this one to be a low-scoring affair. Also on Saturday night, you can watch the Steel battle the Musketeers in Sioux City for free on the Hockey TV free game of the week. And that's all I got for you this week. Until next time, I'm Chris Treft, and this was The U Show.